Hello everyone, today I have something cool for you. Recently I sat down at my tattoo studio and recorded the full process of designing sleeve tattoo in Procreate. You will find some cool tips and tricks when I'm working on a new tattoo design. So let's jump into it. Enjoy! Well, hello beautiful people. I prepared few photos. I'm gonna screen record the whole thing so you can see what's happening exactly. This is what I have: side photo of Gosia and her beautiful arm, perfect skin for tattooing, so I cannot wait to tattoo her. It's gonna be fun. I also prepared second layer over the top of the arm in white color, just like that. Okay, I just painted it with airbrush as perfectly as possible, and this goes underneath the main photo, and the main photo is set up to multiply. This way you can see through. That makes sense. I want this to have some 3D elements. I've got lots of different brushes packs I've been buying from Etsy or Tattoo Smart, Creative Market. I have even gadget stamps. So if I want to have gadget stamp of a selfie stick, here it is. Anything can be turned into brush. You can even turn your face into brush and draw it with your face. Be creative. But right now I'm looking for something that is called abstractionist. There it is. I need one of those frames, and that's the one I wanted to use. So you can see here is the 3D object from abstractionist pack that I got from Etsy. I have this idea in my head. I remember I did it before one sleeve. It needs to go on different layer. First mistake, rookie mistake, always open a new layer to draw on, okay? So this is gonna make your life easier. Then if you want to remove something, you're not gonna get the heart attack that everything has been drawn on one layer, and you just have to start from beginning. I've learned the hard way, so you don't have to. Anyways, layer number 3, and now I'm gonna draw it in here, just one click, or you can just, to draw it everywhere, but no, I just need one. What I'm gonna do right now, look, clipping mask. And this is what's happening because I've got that white layer underneath in here. So when I click on the clipping mask option, this thing is only appearing in the shape of the arm, and it looks like magic. Look at this. This is perfect. I want this to be oversized. You have to be realistic what's gonna work in the real life, but this is Procreate. We can play around with anything we want. So let's say this is gonna be going like that in here. I would like to repeat it also towards the top of her arm, just in here, wrapping around the shoulder, and this way I created this really cool flow that you can see is just going towards the side of the arm, like something that is very visible from the distance. Just make those designs a little bit bigger. So we've got those two frames. I want to add some mandala in here right now. So I'm gonna open new layer, insert the photo. I'm gonna choose some cool mandala that all of the pre-drawn designs that I did in Geometrica tattoo app. Ooh, I'm gonna use this one for the top, but I need to multiply it so it's gonna be visible. Clipping mask, I want this to be around. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna merge those two together because I would want to cut out this mandala. Just a selection tool, automatic, so it selected everything outside. This way I can come back to mandala, 3 fingers down, cut and paste, and now I have perfectly cut out the shape of the mandala in here, as you can see. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna leave it just like this. I'm gonna make it a little bit more interesting. So I need another mandala which is gonna go inside in the forearm. So let me open my bank of mandalas. All right, I'm gonna use this one. This one looks cool. Multiply again, clipping mask. I'm gonna move it. I'm just gonna lower the opacity a little bit so I can just see. I'm just looking for some cool shapes, for some interesting parts. This is obviously just a mock-up. I will prepare it on the skin a little bit different way, but in here I've got a quick visualization of how this would look. I like this position. Again, I'm gonna go back to those two frames automatic selection tool. I'm gonna select the inner part of it, go to the mandala, 3 fingers down, cut and paste, and now I have this mandala in here, clipping mask. I want some geometric pattern right now. This one. It's very simple, it's not overcomplicated. Well, it's lots of triangles in the shape of hexagons. Clipping mask, make it obviously smaller because that was a little bit too big. Yeah, like that, looks cool. I'm gonna duplicate it so I just have it in case I need it. And again, outside, automatic selection tool, 3 fingers down, cut and paste. This one is not needed. Now I'm gonna adjust it a little bit as well. I'm gonna remove some of them just to have a nice shape. I wanted to have just those. Yeah, that looks cool. But I also want to draw an edge, hard airbrush, on the same layer because this is just needed for the bottom. It needs to be closer, almost as close like the gaps in between. Okay, now this edge looks much better. You can see already the sleeve looks really cool. Now I need this pattern and I'm gonna move it towards the top. We've got this pattern in here and I want it to be, actually I can just turn off this mandala. I want this to be bigger. I like to experiment not only with the shapes of the pattern, but also the sizes. One of it a little bit bigger than the other. You can just repeat the same pattern, but don't make it boring. You can fill it up inverted way, do the line work of it, instead of filling it up with dots. Just play around, experiment. There is unlimited inspiration on the internet. 3 fingers down, cut and paste, perfect. Now I can cut out this one. I've got it really nicely finished around over there. Oh, what was that? Now I need to erase this bit. I want the mandala to be visible. This needs to be just a tiny bit that's creeping through the other side. Just like that. All right, that's cool. Now I need the edge to be drawn around this guys. I can turn the mandala back. Oh, that looks cool. That looks really sick. I really like it. And we also need something in this area. Maybe I can just use this pattern again. It looks pretty cool, but there's something missing over there. So maybe I'm just gonna erase, so there's just a tiny bit of this pattern, the edge line, insert a photo. Maybe actually, let me see. I'm gonna multiply it, make it smaller. Select, cut and paste. I'm just experimenting right now. This. Maybe I can just put a tiny bit on the bottom of the arm in here as well. Small shape. Yeah, that's cool. 9 liner or 11 liner net on the bottom, finishing the sleeve. That looks really cool, I really like it. But now we have to add some other bit. What I'm talking about is drop shadow. Selection tool, just like that, and drop shadow is gonna go above everything. Clipping mask, I'm gonna drop it right now. Oh, maybe I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit and make it bigger. And here you can see straight away that this is popping out. Next, drop shadow, clipping mask. I'm gonna put it around this pattern just to separate it from mandala, and erase around this area so we have a nice separation visible. You can just present it to your client to show them how the sleeve could look. Obviously everyone's different and every person's arm is different, so you're gonna have to adjust everything to their body shape. In this way you have a training ground and you can create as many designs as you want. This looks amazing. I love it. I love it. Select this and select that. Another drop shadow, which is going inside. Clipping mask, obviously, always. Otherwise, it's gonna be going out of the frame.
Now I'm gonna add another one, which is gonna go just to drop it, remove it from the edges so the separation is nicely visible. Nice. Exactly the same thing on the bottom, clipping mask, and I can smoothen it a little bit. That looks sick. But I want to do one more thing. I would like to add a Blackwork shape on the bottom of her arm, and this is gonna go clipping mask just like that. That will be a bit painful to tattoo. But it looks cool. It looks really cool. I'm almost done. After it, I have to do one more thing. I could finish the whole sleeve with another Blackwork shape going around the shoulder. This looks already amazing. It gives me a tons of ideas what can be done with it in the real life. And this is the most important bit, to be able to tattoo it in the real life. Okay, so now, oh, sorry. Clipping mask, and a little bit of shading from the side. It's just gonna give this 3D effect, you know? It just looks cool. And that's it. The sleeve is ready. It looks really cool. It's very bold. It's good to look at it when it's much smaller as well, or you can just airdrop it to your iPhone and just have a look on the iPhone if it's readable. I'm gonna be back with another one, and maybe I'm gonna do a full back piece, or maybe I'm gonna be drawing just designs, like mandalas on the Geometrica app, because this is what I'm using to draw geometry. Right now I have to go because I have my client coming over in here any minute. See you again. Thank you.